my dear Cancer. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of March with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this will be a love reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. And the reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this side is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. I usually read for the empath side of the story within this dynamic, but also remember that the other person holds up a mirror to your shadow. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. I can also recommend that you watch the previous love reading for February, because that is the energy right now, and this will be the prediction for March. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. Okay, so when I open your deck here, I see the Ten of Wands in the upright position with the Five of Wands in the reverse. So someone is tired of the conflict, of the drama, of the fighting, or maybe being even energetically tied to a person which we don't have the same future dream as. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and here we have Queen of Cups together with the Five of Wands here. So I'm feeling like this, the Cancer here in this situation. I need to take an oracle card to check this out, because I feel, okay, I'm not going to say anything. Three of Wands and Nine of Swords in the reversed, Queen of Swords in the reverse, Two of Swords. Yeah, okay, so it was like I was feeling that sometimes Cancer, you are a little bit too nice, okay? And when people are fighting towards you, you just want everyone to be friendly again and not to have this quarrel. And sometimes we actually need to stand up for what is right. It depends on what kind of society we want, what kind of mindset we want to be, our relationships to be ruled by. So for example, if you are dealing with someone that's all about conflict and drama, if you always fix all situation, we have the diplomatic Two of Swords here, and Three of Wands, maybe trying to negotiate, see to that there's good communication and that you can understand each other, because you're scared of the other person and their judgment, or them being angry with you, or them being resentful towards you, or abandoning you, or whatever it is that they are threatening to do if they don't get their will through, if you don't subordinate yourself and build the house. This is 5 people here trying to build a house in the way that they want the house to be built in, or things being managed in the way they want things to be managed within. So you might be challenged with conflicts where you are most likely supposed to voice your concerns a little bit more clearly, and not just disappear and become wallpaper and say whatever you want, as long as you don't get angry. Okay, so 6 elements, and here we have a Three of Cups with the Five of Wands in the reverse. Again, you just want people to be friends, you just want to keep this relationship, or want people to like you, or want them to think well of you, things like that. You want to have friends, not enemies. You want to grow friends and heal your enemies. So it's a beautiful intention, but sometimes it lets these conflicted people, if you let them get their will through, it's almost like you are the bigger person all the time, and being the one that's kind of carrying the situation, or not really telling what's on your mind, but actually just going with whatever the crazy person says. So the crazy person won't act up with any kind of drama, or create bad consequences. And here it says, Cancer, you are a very strong person because you are close to your emotions, so you're not super scared of them. And therefore, it's easy for you to carry both your own feelings and other people's feelings, your own problems, other people's problems. And this makes you to not be a very big element of change in society. You just help everyone keep the status quo or the old harmony. But sometimes society or authority needs to be challenged. Okay, and the 8 here might need to be turned into some kind of rebellion. I'm just saying. So not just going with whatever that other person says, even if it's not logic. Well, I don't want to. I would rather, just ignore the situation or wish that it would go away, or just ignore the person, or hope that I will never see the person again, instead of maybe communicating to that person what it is that needs to be said. 6 of Wands, 9 of Coins in the reverse. You just want to be left alone. You can know what's right and what's wrong in your own house, and no one needs to come there and tell you what to do or what not to do. You don't want like this interference to disturb your harmony. So if someone comes, you would want to be friendly towards them and make them, not into an enemy, so they won't come and disturb your peace again. Okay, so we'll see where it goes. It's always interesting with these stories. We can also see an element of maybe victim mentality. Don't beat on, don't hurt me, don't hit me because I'm nice, I'm trying to be good, I'm trying to do good things here for you. So that can be irritating for another person too. If we are, don't be the victim. If you think something is unfair, stand up and say so. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in here for a few seconds. Okay, so this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have the very beautiful 9 of Swords here again. So something very painful that you are being faced with, and where you're asked to do something different from how you did it in the past. So we have some old karma coming in and visiting you, something that you have refused to do before. For example, stand up and tell your truth and risk making another person your enemy, or standing up for your justice instead of kind of complaining about the other person not being nice, so that you have this difficult situation because of them, and they did like this and they did like that, and they might have done all these things, but it's up to you to see to that they are not being able to do it. Use the strength. Okay, so this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind, and this is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind about you. This is your feelings towards them, the bond between you two. This is their feelings towards you, your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for March, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we'll start with the situation. And we have the Queen of Coins here in the reverse. So it has to do with, it might have to do with money, love, things that we want from each other. So here's, it's almost like I'm seeing this fairy tale with these two ladies having, like, pulling one each arm on a little child. It's my child. No, it's my child. It's my child. No, it's my child. And the one that's the real mother, she stopped pulling because she didn't want the child to get hurt. That kind of, I'm thinking, is the lead motive for this reading, that Cancer, you let go because you don't want anyone to get hurt. And that's gracious of you, but it might also let the other person win. I'm not encouraging anyone to have to tear in their children. Like, of course, that mother in that story did the right thing. But if we look to it, on it, if the judge wouldn't have been there, or the king wouldn't have been there and made up this rule so that this person could decide which one is the true mother, it's the one that doesn't want to hurt the child. If that king or judge wouldn't have been there, the mother would have lost their child, and the child would have been orphaned with a stranger, living together with a stranger. And this is a little bit what I'm seeing here, that we want to take care of a situation, or we want to do what's right in a situation, or nurture a situation. But in some way, it's have something to do with unfairness. We have the Mother of Swords here, Queen of Swords in the reversed. And I'm thinking you, Cancer, are not standing up for your justice. Or it might be someone else that's weaker than you that needs you to stand up for them. So this is what's on your mind about the other person. So you want everyone to play nice, act nice, communicate nice, be wise, friendly. You probably come from a higher realm of spirits where everyone is used to being so gracious, and you haven't been like mud wrestling with the other humans too much. So there might be an eyebrow or two that's being heightened on you when you see how humans act and how they carry themselves with the different things that they do. That they seem to have very bad intentions, and they don't seem to struggle for justice. They rather try to win over you. We saw the Five of Wands before. So you just want everyone to play nice here. And you come with also very sensible solution to how we can play nice. We can do like this. We can solve it like this. So that's it's beautiful. And this is what's on the other person's mind about you. Five of Cups. I'm thinking this person has some kind of hole inside of them, and they see that you are a person with a lot of resources, and they want you to fill this hole. So they want to steal what is yours. If they weren't able to get a child, they want your child. If they weren't able to create money, they want your money. If they weren't able to get a husband or wife on their own, they want your partner, and so on and so forth. And if this is your actual partner, this is a person that's deeply troubled, and it's a 5 again, goes well with the Hierophant number 5 and the 5 of Wands that we saw. So this person is not trying to come with any solution. Rather, they are wallowing and maybe blaming outside forces. So they are blaming you, and you are expecting them to act fair and friendly in the situation. So it's a little bit clash of different cultures here. This is someone that has been mud wrestling a lot, and they have seen the ugly side of Earth and humanity and maybe universe. And you come here, but can't we just play nice? I'm thinking about a situation, it's maybe hard to translate it, but when I was a little child and was growing up with my friends and my siblings, there was this, if you had a loaf of bread, it was 2 endings to this loaf of bread. And nowadays, no one in my family wants these endings, like the last piece of the bread. But in those days, that were the best part of the bread. We, as children, we felt like that was the best part of the bread. It felt like real bread, like newly baked bread, and everyone wanted that. And we were calling it the swing, because when you put it like this on the table, it swings like this. And one day I had a friend over, and my sister and I was quarreling who was going to get the swing. If I could get the swing because it was my turn, and my sister said, no, it's my turn, you remember wrong, and we have had a quarrel about that. And then my beautiful friend that was much like this, I feel this energy here, to just describe this energy. she came in and said, but can't we take turns on the swing? It's very beautiful, because she was thinking we were talking about an actual swing where you sit and, swing back and forth as children do. But we were talking about this last piece of the bread, the corner of the bread. So it was so beautiful and innocent. And this is the energy I'm feeling here. And here it's more maybe the siblings rivalry, where neither of the siblings in this situation trusted the other person to be fair. And yes, this is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so we'll see. This is the bond between you two, and it's the moon in the reversed. So whatever you think is happening on the surface, it's not what's happening underneath. So my friend thought that we were arguing about taking turn in the swing, but it was actually about deeper hurts between these two siblings, me and my sister at this point in time when we were 5-6 years old. And these are the things I'm seeing here as well. It's something deeper. It can be deeper injustices, deeper misunderstandings, things that's outside of these two, you two, your control. It has to do with authority, government, job opportunities. Let's say that this is a married couple, and one has had troubles with their work and not being acknowledged by their boss, or being unjustly treated at work, and the other person is just trying to make everyone happy here. But this person has this pain, and it's going to wallow, or it's going to kind of spread over the relationship. And every time this person, you here, try to be nice, this person is going to moan and bitch and blame you for things that's probably totally out of your control. That's one thing I'm seeing. It's a lot of other scenarios too, but that's the main thing. Here we have the Knight of Wands. So this is good, I'm feeling, in this situation. This is maybe when my friend is realizing what a petty argument this is, and kind of riding away in the sunset. No, but maybe saying some well-chosen words about stop the stupid fighting, eat another sandwich. Now after that we go out and play. So it's like taking the edge off and making everyone involved feeling kind of a little bit ridiculous because we had the argument in the first place. So again, I'm seeing this problem-solving attitude, and looking at solutions instead of problem, and maybe not having super much sympathy with the person that's mud wrestling here and trying to drag in their dirt over the threshold to the house and spread it all over. So this person is like, no, you're not going to do that. This is what we're going to do. And it might, for some of you, it might be an element of moving away from the relationship and looking for new adventures here. Better friends, okay? And this is the other person's feelings. And here we have a 10 of Cups in the reverse. So this is something that's really painful for this person. This person doesn't feel like you are loyal towards their issue, or seeing their issue like for what it really is, or that you're not standing on their side. And this can be rather complicated. For example, let's say this is someone at work blaming you for something that they think that you did, but you didn't do it. And your way of looking at this is that this person is creating a hen out of a feather, or something out of a molehill, and you are not too interested in this, and you think that it's petty and it's stupid and it's not what you want to spend your energy doing. You're not per se judging the person, you just don't realize maybe the depth of their sorrow. And this person, they have seen something. It can be envy, it can be envy, it can be a person that were never able to succeed in the way you were succeeding, or they weren't able to get people to listen to them in the way that you get people to listen to you, or there's some other disappointment here, and they want to blame you, and you won't have it. And this person is kind of brooding here. And this was what I was talking about in the beginning, that you were so scared, at least in the past, of people being vindictive or angry with you or something like a conflict. I think you're a little bit stronger now. You don't want to go into their old conflict. That's their problem. We saw the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune 10 in the reverse. Here we have the 10 of Cups in the reverse. So it can be an old pattern that you might have had even from your family or from past lives even. And you are so tired of the pattern, you don't want to repeat it. You think it's stupid and it's not healthy to be like this, or become the victim like this, or blame other people for your problems, or this can also be a person that suddenly becomes jealous in the relationship and say, you have been with someone else, and you're like, no, but I'm going to go to my friend's house now and I don't want to hear another word about it. And this person is like, it's cooking here with all this jealousy and all this suspicion and the hurt and the pain. So we'll see where it goes with this. Okay, this is your behaviors and attitudes. And we have a King of Coins in the reversed. So again, it's got kind of a sensible reaction towards this situation. You're a little bit willing to listen because you face this other person, but you put yourself in a very stubborn position that, let's say, for example, that you are two siblings that have been working, you had the same summer house for, the family has had the same summer house for forever, and it was 20 years since the parents passed away, and no one has talked about like ownership. It's owned by both siblings. And then one day some come and say, no, this is only my house now, because I was here, I have been here more times, I'm the one that has planted the roses, this is not your house anymore. And this person gets, of course, upset, and also see that this person is acting very problematic and from some kind of pain. Maybe they start to miss their parents that died more and more for each day, and there's some old thing brewing here with jealousy and how much love the parents gave to different people. This person here, of course, is not going to give away the summer house. Okay, we don't give in to the crazy person, but it's still a situation that needs to be dealt with. And even if the crazy person is acting crazy, we might have some relationship to them that makes us need to deal with this. Let's say we have the summer house together, or we work in the same place, or this is a husband and this is a wife. We can be married to this person that's suddenly this deep pain has come up into this person for some reason, either because you had success or because your life is full of adventure and friends and they feel abandoned, or you had a promotion, they didn't, whatever it is. And so here you kind of listen to the person, but you're not going to give away the summer house. So that's what I'm seeing. And this is this person's behavior and attitude. And here we actually have the Strength card. So this is a very good position for this card, and it came up for Cancer previously. So this is actually how you grew into this kind of big boy shoes, by starting to use your strength, maybe to put a little bit of boundaries. We see the wall around this person. So while this person is hurting, it seems like it's possible to get through to them, and to maybe be able to, in some way, with very small words maybe, or with just your opinion, come true to them so that they will be able to solve their own issue. Okay, so that's good. I was expecting some kind of disastrous card here where this person started to raise hell, but we'll see with the final card here. 8 of Cups in the reversed. Okay, so this is a situation that you have tried to left behind. Maybe it's an old karma that you always end up in. It's some kind of, you're always being given this role as the one that people should be jealous at, or the one that should take responsibility for things you're not even responsible for. You should have known how this person felt. Things like this, and you have left it behind. So you you didn't want to deal with this anymore. You started to put up walls, but now it's almost like there's someone left behind that also needs to find the same path out that you did, and maybe with tough love. For example, not giving away the summer house and asking, what is this really about? What is it that you are feeling right now? And, you know, going deep within and talk about the issues that led to this point. So even if you have tried to put miles apart between you and this old pattern, now it's coming and biting you in the ass. And it means that it's not finished, okay? You learned how to maybe say no to it, escape it, walk away from it. But I'm seeing now that you actually need to learn how to solve it. Okay, and it's not only your responsibility, but it's partly your responsibility. And as long as you don't learn to solve it, you know, this situation, other similar situation, they're going to come up. So it's good that you learn boundaries. It's good that you learn to walk away. But now you need to learn how to actually deal with this situation and deal with these difficult people. How do we talk with crazy people? Okay. So the person wants to say, I was never good enough for you. I need time to heal and find myself. So it seems like this person will face a lot of pain here, but they will also in time heal themselves and find themselves. So if this is someone that you really love and you want them close at some point, you can consider reconciling this relationship, for example. In due time, this person is going to be ready and also probably be grown up enough to also be the bigger person and maybe realize, okay, I might have acted from my shadow. I might have done things that wasn't right, or I took the wrong decision, or I took it out on you. It has always been you. With this card, I got some really heavy emotions about being like the second in line all the time. That I'm not the one that's chosen. It's this glorious Cancer is always chosen, and I'm always, you know, the black sheep, or the one that was left behind, or the one that wasn't good enough, or the one that couldn't get straight A's, or the one that I hope you feel me, like what I'm feeling when I'm holding this card. So it's a deep sorrow from this person that the world haven't maybe welcomed them in the way that they think you have felt welcomed. I don't think you have felt much welcomed. Probably coming to Earth was a big shock for you with this kind of energy that you're carrying. So I don't think that you felt very welcome, but maybe you have been able to take the troubles a little bit more, with a little bit more hope, while this person doesn't feel like they have had much hope. They have just felt like left behind in some way. So we can try to see what you would want to say to this person as well. I love you more than words can say. And so that's really beautiful. And you want to share love in this situation. It's just that probably it became too much here with the person blaming you for all this stuff. And something else. I was lost. I'm sorry that I took you for granted. I was lost. I don't see much of you being lost, but maybe you were lost before and then you started to find your way and you started to find you. You started to stand by your own side. You started to not sell yourself off short. You found yourself, much like this person is finding themselves here. I need more time to heal and find myself. I think you have already done this back here somewhere. So you were lost. And in those situations, you might have taken the person for granted because you felt as lost as they feel lost right now. And you made them maybe into the one that was wrong or was at fault. But this person has emotions too. They are hurting too. But in that time, I think that maybe you felt like they were the only one to blame and they were to no use for you whatsoever. And I think that was necessary for you to be able to break free from the pain. And now this person can follow you and also break free from this pain. Okay. So what would you want to tell this other person? Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. And I'm thinking that's your benefit because since you have a positive attitude, you also can accept most of the situations that happen because you feel that you can bounce back and fix it at a later stage. This is what is right now, but tomorrow I will have the capacity to make a change. So you have this positive attitude and that makes you bounce back even from the hardest blows in life. And this is maybe what this person needs to learn, to accept the pain so that this transformation can happen. This is what they want to tell you. Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at the present. Enjoy it. So the lion here, it can also be lost. In the Aleister Crowley Tarot, this card is called Lost. I don't see it much in the rest of the reading because this person is very struck with pain. We usually don't feel super passionate when we are very depressed. But I'm thinking this is what makes them, even if they do a little bit the blame game with you here and tell you that their problems in their life is your fault, they still feel magnetically drawn towards you. This can also make this person become a little bit angry with you because not only are you to blame for how they feel, they can't stop being passionate about you. They can't stop being attracted by you. So that makes them probably even more jealous and even more irritated and even more feeling like you are on the top here and they are swimming in this mud here. But and passion can easily, like if you're really passionate, we can also become really angry. If we love someone really deeply and maybe possessively, we can also become very jealous. So it's not all good with this card, but it's what it is. So to deal with this is to not let someone else control you. Their problem is their problem. You can help them to a certain degree, but they own the issue. So this is the outcome for your relationship, or the kind of future the divine see for your relationship. We have children here. I was talking about siblings. So for some of you, this might be an actual sibling relationship, or this can be a married couple that acting more like children or siblings. They are quarreling like siblings. A good method, if we have this problem, is to try to see your partner as a client, or this brother, or this the mother or the aunt or the uncle or whatever it is. See them as a client. That usually works for being more resilient with dealing with craziness, and also be able to dealing with craziness in a non-personal way. So it's not the other person has a problem, you can help them to a certain degree, and you're very professional about it, so you don't make it into, it's my fault that my client has put themselves in this mess. No, but you are there to get paid to help them, so you can do that. So if you think of your partner or the person as a client, it's usually easier to act in a more nice way, to actually in a more diplomatic way, in a way that's good for both. So this can help if we have a very immature connection with each other, and we are caught in this maybe this ancient family drama, but it's just maybe not the same. It's not the same people, but now we have installed our boyfriend as the brother and mother-in-law as the sister, and so on and so forth. So it's just new roles that's being played by, it's old roles but with new people. So we have religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So for me, that card is about soul contracts and karma and what you were supposed to learn. So this person is probably perfect for you to learn certain things that is maybe heal things that's still unhealed inside of you, or transform ideas to something that's even more highly vibrating, and change attitudes to things that will be more beneficial for both you and the rest of the population. So for example, instead of just turning your back towards the person, you turn around and see what you can do to the certain degree that's you feel is like making the world or the family situation or whatever into a better situation. Let's say that this is a married couple that have divorced and there's issues about the children. So if we act towards the partner, the old ex-partner, as they were our client, and we are negotiating about where the children should be in certain times, we can probably act with more detachment to past dramas that have occurred in the relationship, and we can do what's best for the future and for our children. So these things I'm talking about. You're not obligated to help someone that you don't want to help, but sometimes we find ourselves dragged into a situation with someone and we can't get out, and that's probably because of this. And one way to deal with this is to deal with the other person as they were a client. Okay. So I would urge you to watch the reading Their True Thoughts and Feelings for Cancer in their True Thoughts and Feelings playlist. That will probably tell you more about this story or about another story that you weren't able to get clues on right now in this reading. And I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. And you can now see more readings from me as a member to my channel. I do collective readings on spiritual growth and personal growth for my supportive members. And I also give all the readings ahead of time and ads free to my extended members. And as full members, you also get personal readings from me. You can subscribe and then the join button will appear. So you can check out more about this membership, or you can go into the description box of this video and follow the link. And for my regular viewers, not much have changed, except you will get more videos from me and the old type of videos arrives a few days earlier than they did before. They are now being posted Thursday to Sunday instead of Tuesday to Friday the following week. And to not miss out on any other content, you can visit my channel. There's a lot of different playlists with your favorite videos. And if you click the arrow to see more, you will only see the 12 last videos from that playlist. Rather click the headline to see all the videos that the playlist contains. So my dear Cancer, thank you so much for being with me on this channel. I'm super grateful towards my loving, supporting and beautiful viewers. So until next time, take really good care and bye bye.